I am so lucky, such a lucky girl. I am sat Butman Mill Road at my favourite cafe in the world, the Edge Cafe, which supports addicts and people in recovery, in the sunshine, having a coffee with flowers and more flowers. And I'm a lucky girl. And I'm enjoying those fleeting pleasures that we have to grab in life. Enjoying the pleasures of seeing people walk by. I've talked to at least 2 people and said, hello, how are you? Drinking my lovely coffee, smelling the scent of the flowers, the roses. Those pleasures that are there for a second and then they go. And that brings me to my word of the day. I've actually got two words of the day. So my first word of the day is ephemeral, and I'm just finding it for you. So ephemeral, it comes from Greek, ephemeros, and it used to describe a plant that only lasted one day. You know where you get a flower and it blooms and you have to make the most of it because you know it's only going to be there for such a short time. We've taken it to mean things nowadays, things like fashions that come and go. You know, one day it's neon colours that are in, and then the next day you've got to have, tracksuits or whatever. So they're ephemeral because they come and they go. That's not where I take the meaning of ephemeral from. I take it to be those little things that you have to grab when they're there. So a friend's smile, when you catch a snippet of a piece of music in a shop and you go, oh, that was from that moment when I did this with so-and-so. When you have a bud that's about to open and you watch it and then it opens and you've got perfection but for such a short period of time. So that's ephemeral for me. I love the soft sounds, the F's, the M's, the ephemeral. It's just lovely as you say it. And especially in lockdown, those are the sorts of pleasures that we've had to really focus on. You've cooked yourself a beautiful meal, and each mouthful you put in your mouth, you have to taste and savour and enjoy, because the pleasure is ephemeral. It will vanish very shortly. My next word is undulating, and it comes from ephemeral because on Saturday I was driving in the fence flat, 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 flat. And I was driving with my colleague and we were talking. We just stopped for a coffee and we were talking about the word ephemeral. I was talking about how much I love words, as you know. And we'd had this lovely coffee. We drove past a field and there was just the scent of turned earth and cut grass, and it was just lovely. And anyway, so distracted as usual. So the landscape on the ferns, it goes all the way to the sea, and it's flat, 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 flat. Now, my favourite landscape is where you've got the rolling hills like this, which is what it was like in Skiana, where I was from. And the word to describe that is undulating. So undulating with the ing means that it is a describing word. You would describe an undulating landscape. So it's an adjective. I'm just trying to find my page. There we go. So it's a smooth rise and fall. And the road we were on, which was going past farms and all sorts of things, was gently undulating. So everything around us is flat, but the road does this. So as you're in the van, you're doing this, like you're on a ship. And I said, oh, I love this road, this lovely undulating road surface. And my colleague went, undulating? It's not undulating, it's dippy-doo. So dippy-doo or undulating, same thing. And it's such a beautiful origin of this word. The origin of the word comes from from Latin, which is unda, which means a wave. So you've got this wave as you're going up and down on the road, undulating. And as we're undulating up the road, there's a deer, and it's just at the top of a dike, and it goes down into the water, and it comes up and then it crosses the road in front of us. Just beautiful. It stops and it turns and it stares. And I went, there we go, there, that's ephemeral. This beautiful creature, middle of the day, just stopped in the road and looked at us, and it was just glorious. So, those are my two words because they combined my fabulous Saturday afternoon of working somewhere beautiful, appreciating the everyday joys of smelling the flowers, of that taste of a good coffee, the sunshine, just making the most of those little things that you know will vanish, but that bring you such pleasure in the meantime. So that's my two words of the day. Ephemeral, the noun being ephemera, and undulating. Have a lovely, lovely day. I hope wherever you are, you've got something ephemeral to enjoy, whether it's a slice of cake, the smile of a friend, a snippet of music, a scented breeze, or that you're looking at a beautiful undulating landscape that brings you joy and pleasure. My favourite undulating landscape, of course, is the sea with the waves. One day soon. Have a lovely afternoon. Mwah.